The second that magical cord around me disappeared, I knew Ethan Carter had stabbed me in the back. 200 years ago, the Carter family's ancestors used that raggedy rope to trap me, making me their guardian fairy, keeping their wealth flowing for generations. Now, it's snapped right under Ethan's nose. In every lifetime, I played the dutiful wife, ensuring the Carters stayed rich and respected. But if the family head ever broke his vow and cheated, my fairy powers would come rushing back, setting me free. So when Ethan brought home Willow, a serpent fairy with a baby bump, I just eyed her belly and flashed a sly grin. "Congrats, Han! Want me to book you a spot at a fancy postpartum spa?" Ethan jumped in front of her, glaring like I was a threat. "Claire Fox, stop freaking Willow out. I won't let you touch her." He was too busy playing hero to notice Willow shaking like a leaf, her face ghost white. I was in the kitchen, whipping up Ethan's favorite Maine lobster. Then, poof, something vanished inside me, like a sacred pact just shattered. I scanned my body with fairy senses and nearly gasped. The cord was gone. In that moment, my body broke free, buzzing with energy. I went from frail to fierce, my curves back in all their glory. Fairy power surged through me, lighting up every inch like a wildfire. I caught my reflection in the mirror, and wow. Sharp cheekbones, long, sultry eyes with a playful tilt, a face that screamed charm and danger. I ran a hand over my cheek, reuniting with a look I hadn't seen in ages. 200 years? Felt like a bad dream. For centuries, I'd been stuck with a plain face, sneered at by every Carter man. But no matter how I looked, they stuck to the family rule. Don't cheat. Don't break your vows, or their empire would crumble. This time, though, Ethan caved. I didn't need proof to know he'd strayed. Only his betrayal could break that cord, letting me reclaim my true self. My phone pinged. Ethan. Stuck at a last-minute meeting. Not home for dinner. No tears, no drama, just calm. I smirked and texted back, cool. Then I grabbed our housekeeper, Mrs. Thompson, and hit Pinewood Mall, trading my old wardrobe for a killer new one. Price tags? Didn't care. Just had to slay. Mrs. Thompson's jaw practically hit the floor. "Mrs. Carter, you're like a movie star. If I hadn't driven you here, I'd swear you were someone else." I winked. Hope I didn't waste $1 million. My phone rang again. "Ethan?" I picked up, letting a flicker of fairy magic show me a woman next to him. His voice was low, but he was fuming. "Claire, what's with the shopping spree? $1 million on designer clothes? You never spent over $100 before. Are you nuts?" When he stopped yelling, I just chuckled. $1 million? That's it? Guess I'll grab more. Thanks for the tip. I hung up, pulled back my magic, and strutted into Coach. If he hadn't called, I might have forgotten my old life. 200 years ago, I was bathing in Sky Mountain Springs, waving my hand to summon my clothes. But this time, nothing came. I turned and bam, an enchanted cord wrapped around me. It was James Carter, the family head back then. Some low-life official who'd scored that cord somehow and tracked me down. He had the nerve to steal my clothes while I wasn't looking. I'd heard of him before. He'd begged at the fairy temple, offerings in hand, desperate for a guardian fairy. Came back who knows how many times, but no fairy would touch him. We all saw his greed and cruelty. A top-tier fairy like me? No way I'd bother. But he played dirty, binding me and hauling me off. No clothes, trapped by the cord, and forced to soak up power from his offerings, I became the Carter's guardian fairy against my will. I posed as a noblewoman and married him. From there, James rocketed to power, becoming the king's right-hand man. When the kingdom fell, the Carters still had me. In war-torn times, I made the next head a general, commanding thousands with epic swagger. Through bombs and chaos, the Carters stayed loaded, their men living long and cozy. Later, I turned another head into the richest landowner, dodging purges and trials. When the modern era hit with the family's piled-up wealth and my help, Ethan's dad, Daniel Carter, rode the tech wave, founding Carter Enterprises. After Ethan was born, I died of illness. Same deal every life. Once the next era arrived, I'd vanish, reborn into a new family, marrying the new head. When Ethan grew up, I became Claire Fox, a nobody, and wed him. He hated it, baffled why a hotshot like him had to marry a plain Jane like me. But Dad's word was law, just like the rule. Don't cheat, don't betray. Or the cord would vanish, and I'd stop shielding the Carters' riches. That cord and their ancestors' deal made me their wife for 2 centuries. Every life, I was the perfect homemaker, thrifty, proper, keeping their fortune and peace intact. To Ethan, I was a dull, small-town girl, out of place in his glitzy world. Times had changed. Women today were gorgeous, bold, and free. He scoffed at Daniel's rules, calling them old-school nonsense. He thought the Carters' success was all brains and hustle. Fresh from a fancy overseas college, he figured he could run Carter Enterprises solo. He had no clue that without me, he'd be dead a dozen times over. Near drownings, car crashes. I always saved him from death's grip. Even when a ghost stalked him abroad, I burned 50 years of fairy power to pull him through. Could he take Carter Enterprises to the top? Maybe, but without me, he wouldn't have a pulse to try. Without their guardian fairy, the Carters were a walking buffet for gods, ghosts, and greedy humans. Mrs. Carter, you already snagged this bag. Another one? Mrs. Thompson's voice yanked me back. I eyed the limited edition purse, suddenly bored. With my powers back, stuff like this was worthless. But to mess with Ethan? Priceless. I nodded to the clerk. Wrap it up. After dropping another million, Ethan's calls blew up my phone. He was pissed. When I ignored him, he texted, "Claire, you've lost it! Return that stuff by tomorrow or I'm done coming home." Send it back and I'll show up. I shot back one word, whatever. Ethan stayed away for a month. Since I kept the fancy loot, he was so mad he moved to the seaside villa. I'd never been so chill. Eat, nap, repeat. My skin glowed. My body was fire. Guys on the street gawked, crashing into poles or cars, so I stayed home. Even Mrs. Thompson mumbled, staring. Mrs. Carter's a straight-up goddess. No, a fox queen. Cool and magical. What'll Mr. Carter think when he sees her? Will he kick himself for ghosting her? I was chilling by the huge window, sun wrapping me like a warm hug. Then the front door burst open. Ethan's voice. A woman with him, her vibe weirdly familiar. Another fairy. He called out, "Mrs. Thompson, make some bird's nest soup." He turned to the woman, all sweet. "Willow, come on in. I got soup coming for you." I cracked my eyes open. There was Ethan, arm in arm with a petite stunner, strolling in. They saw me and stopped dead. Ethan's eyes popped, jaw on the floor. "Who are you? Why are you in my house? Where's Claire? Why is she not greeting me?" Mrs. Thompson rushed out, spotting Ethan and grinning. "Mr. Carter, you're back. Soup! I'm on it." Ethan grunted, then pointed at me. "Who's she? What's she doing here? Where's Claire?" Mrs. Thompson blinked. "Mr. Carter? Mrs. Carter!" Ethan froze like she'd said aliens landed. He yelled, "No way, she doesn't look like that. Claire, you get surgery? No matter what you do, I won't love you. I'm with Willow now." He shoved Willow forward, smug. "You were so blah before, needing surgery to look hot. Willow's the real deal, born gorgeous. She was a knockout from day one." I flicked my eyes to him, then Willow. "Oh, with her weak fairy mojo, she's out here playing guardian. Next time I see the Serpent Fairy boss, I'll ask why she let this rookie scam folks." I zeroed in on Willow's belly, squinting, then sauntered over. "Pregnant, huh? Need a postpartum spa booked?" Ethan lunged to block her, eyeing me like a hawk. "Claire, Willow's fine. Quit scaring her. Hands off." He didn't see Willow quaking behind him. Her lips trembled as she peeked, whispering, "Who? Are you? Your fairy power's insane." I wasn't spilling my identity. With her skills, she didn't deserve to know. Ethan thought I'd gone under the knife, but he kept sneaking looks. Willow pouted, annoyed but too spooked to talk. Her eyes teared up, looking all pitiful. That set Ethan off. He squared up and said, "Willow's carrying my kid. We've been married 2 years. No kids. Let's divorce. Willow needs a real title and my kid needs a place." I narrowed my eyes, smirking. "No kids? Wonder why? Maybe because we never slept together?" Willow's jaw dropped, pity flashing in her eyes. "You never with Ethan? That's rough. He said you were super plain. Even if you're hot now, he's probably stuck on the old you. Divorce him. I'll get him to pay you extra." I snapped my fingers, muting her with a spell. She gaped, eyes wide with fear. Ignoring her, I sipped my latte and faced Ethan. "Divorce? Sure. But you gonna run it by Daniel first?" Ethan choked, anger flaring. "Don't want a divorce? Just say it. Don't drag Dad into this." If he knew Willow's pregnant, he'd be cool with it, I grinned. "Oh, sure about that? Want to find out?" My chill vibe ticked him off. "I know you love being Mrs. Carter with our company's clout, but agree, and I'll give you my $10 billion fortune and a villa. You'll be set for life." I cut him off. Deal. 10 billion? I could make that in a heartbeat. But I said yes. When the Carters tank, he won't have a dime to offer. It's a trap to speed up his fall. And I really wanted to see his ancestors' faces when they saw him ditch me. James Carter plotted to trap me. Later heads stayed true, stuck with a homely wife to keep their dynasty. But it all led to their end. So I decided to call up their ghosts. Let them see Ethan torch their legacy. My quick deal left them speechless. Willow stared, mute. Ethan was floored. You're just okay with that? Got a catch? I scoffed. I'm not wasting another second on you. Eat fast, then we'll sign papers. There's a 1-month wait. Your side piece won't want to twiddle her thumbs. Ethan gaped, lost in thought. How'd you flip so quick? You don't love me. You were so sweet, always there for me. How can you just divorce like it's nothing? Willow shot him a glare, mad he cared. I snorted, fed up. You wanted this. Why yap now? Even if you back out, I'm done. Hurry before Daniel hears. Once he does, no divorce for you. Honestly, divorce didn't faze me. I just wanted this human life untangled from him. I puffed air at Willow, unmuting her. She nudged Ethan. Ethan, if she doesn't want you, divorce her. The baby and I need you. Ethan glanced at her, then me. Finally, he nodded. Okay, let's do it. At the Civil Bureau, he looked dazed like he'd lost something huge. Willow clung to his arm, making him feel he'd gained a kid, not lost a wife. He laughed weakly. Claire, no regrets. I grinned. Sorry, I don't do regrets. I walked away. My only regret? That day at Sky Mountain, bathing without a ward, stuck in this mess for 200 years. I settled into the seaside villa. Mrs. Thompson came, quitting her Carter job. She ranted for me, saying she saw all I did for them. How could Ethan just dump me? I smiled. Hearts change, especially guys. Who really stays loyal, never eyeing another, especially when a hottie throws herself at him, like Willow sneaking around outside. She didn't get me, so she came to size up my power. No way I'd let her. I flicked my hand, blasting Willow 100 yards. I glared. Beat it? Willow coughed blood, scrambled up, and bolted. I stepped out, floated up, and trailed her as green smoke. I needed to know whose guardian she was. 5 minutes later, I hit a villa. Sign said, Mason Estate. The Masons, Carter's sworn enemies for centuries. They shot up when their ancestor nabbed a wolf fairy. Their luck spiked, almost matching the Carters. I just had a Carter heir then and slipped, letting them rise. But I kicked out Wolf Fairy, and the Masons crashed. Recently, Willows sparked their comeback. They'd hit Carter Enterprises hard, spreading lies and framing them. I'd squash those attacks. Ethan? Probably smitten with Willow, the Mason's guardian. I didn't enter but spied inside. Willow landed, spitting blood, freaking out Michael Mason, their head. Fairy, what's wrong? You're hurt bad. Willow caught her breath, looking better. She eyed Michael, worried. The Carters have a guardian fairy, a big shot I can't read. Michael nodded, unsurprised. Knew they had one. How else did they last 200 years? But if she's that strong, what now? Willow thought, then said, You're in luck. Ethan screwed over their family. She smirked. Thanks to me, they're divorced. Michael beamed. For real? Willow nodded. Yup. But why'd she agree so fast? Even knowing I'm here, she didn't kill me. Michael mused. So, she's done with the Carters? Willow shrugged. Dunno if she'll act, but I'm in Ethan's place now, so it's easier to move. I'll dig into that guardian. Dig into me? I almost cackled. Whatever, kid. I'm above it. I don't care about the Carters. Let the Masons try. If they flop, I'll step in. For a month, Ethan and Willow were all over each other, even hitting prenatal visits. Paps caught them, splashing it online. Carter heir at baby checkup, +2 buzz. My old pics surfaced, compared to Willow's, proving she wasn't the wife. As I scrolled, the villa gate banged. Mrs. Thompson opened it. Daniel Carter. He saw my phone and went pale, scrambling. Claire, that's fake news. Don't buy it. I gave Ethan 10 minutes to get here and explain. He grinned nervously, keeping that dad-in-law boundary. Every Carter head knew their wife was the family's guardian fairy, not that she'd be reborn as the next bride. They were told, treat her right, never cheat. Ethan's mess had Daniel freaking out, scared I'd bolt. Too late. Yesterday, Ethan and I signed divorce papers. I recall walking out, Ethan stared, eyes full of... What? Regret? He asked, Claire, you really get surgery? I smirked. Dunno what that is. He didn't push. Checked every clinic and your travel logs, zip. So why'd you change? I grinned. Not your business. He froze, then huffed, saving face. No matter how hot you are, I'm not remarrying you. Good. Don't want you. Daniel saw me quiet on the couch, checking his watch. Mad. Where's that idiot? Guard. Almost here, sir. The door swung open. Ethan and Willow. Seeing them together, flaunting it, Daniel turned purple. You moron, bringing her here? What's this? How's your wife supposed to feel? Guards, toss her out. 4 guards grabbed Willow, dragging her out. She shrieked, "Honey, help!" Ethan yelled, "Let her go. She's the new Mrs. Carter." He faced Daniel. "Dad, we're married. She's your daughter-in-law. You can't touch her." His words hit like a bomb. Daniel froze. "You married her? Divorced Claire?" Ethan stayed cool. "Yeah, never loved Claire, so we split. Chill, Dad. I'm married, so we've got a Mrs. Carter, right? Doesn't matter who." Smack. Daniel's slap split Ethan's lip. "You idiot. You've wrecked our legacy. Forgot what I said? No cheating, no betrayal, but you snuck off, divorced, and brought some sketchy chick home. You brain dead? Beg Claire's forgiveness now, or I'll banish you overseas forever." I cut in. "Daniel, too late." Daniel spun, terrified. "Claire, forgive this fool, and I'll pay anything. Just give him a shot." Ethan was lost. "Dad, why beg her? I did nothing wrong. Willow's better, family looks, Claire's nothing." Slap. Another hit. "Shut it. Want to die or tank the Carters for this punk?" Ethan held his face, stunned. "Dad. Again? What's Claire? Why hit me for her? You nuts? What's she got to do with our family? I can run it. Why need her?" Willow piped up. "Yeah, Dad. My Lane family's got pull. Not Carter level, but we can help. Claire's got zilch. Let me in. I'll be Ethan's rock." She squirmed against the guards, pleading. Daniel snapped. "You little snake, zip it. One more word and I'll smash your face." He knelt to me. "Claire, please, give this idiot a chance. Have our next heir and I'll retire. Hand Ethan control and you call the shots, okay?" Ethan and Willow gaped, clueless. I sat up, sneering. "Big plans, huh? Me have a Carter kid? You've got nerve. Then hand the family to him so I work for him? Newsflash. The Carters mean nothing to me." And I said, "Too late. I'm not guarding your riches or peace anymore." Daniel's eyes bugged, but he begged. "Claire, it's not too late. Forgive him and you run Carter Enterprises. Just keep us safe forever." Ethan flipped. "Dad, you crazy? Her run our company? She's nobody. Protect us? She's got you fooled." Willow lit up, breaking free and rushing to Daniel. "Dad, just need an heir, right? I'm pregnant with a Carter boy. Confirmed. No need to beg her." Ethan lifted Willow, eyes soft. "Yeah, Dad. Forget Claire. You've got a grandkid." Daniel's face went black. He'd have collapsed without the guards. Steadying, he pointed, shaking. You. No wonder she said too late. It's we're done. The Carters are toast." He choked, realizing I, their guardian fairy, was gone for good. He knelt again, kowtowing. "Claire, please, if you won't protect us, don't destroy us. Our ancestors messed up. Let the guilty pay. It's been centuries. Spare the innocents. You guarded them yourself." Ethan was baffled. "Dad, why grovel? What's this? Don't trust me?" Willow added, "Dad, my son'll be strong. I won't let her ruin Carter Enterprises." Slap. Daniel whacked them both hard. "You morons, shut up. One more peep and I'll cut your tongues." Solar raised a hand. "Brawl outside. Don't bug me. And the Carter's debt, I'll collect every bit, even from the dead." Daniel panicked. "What's that mean?" I grinned. "Gonna call them up for a chat." Ethan gaped. "Claire, my ancestors are gone. What's that?" I glared, icy. "Dead? They've got souls. I'll show them how you trashed the Carters, and that trapping a guardian fairy ain't easy." I waved, casting a spell, and they vanished. I zipped to the underworld as green smoke. The Yama King saw me, blinked, and jaw dropped. "Fox Fairy Second Lady, you're here? Weren't you MIA? Your Fox clan said you vanished for centuries." I hopped on his desk, sighing. "Don't remind me. Embarrassing. Got nabbed as a guardian fairy for 200 years. Keep it quiet. I'm only telling you." He laughed forever, then stopped. "Okay, my lips are sealed. Why are you here?" I patted his shoulder, grinning. "Need some ghosts. I'll bring 'em back." He nodded. "Cool. Just don't mess up the mortal world." I said no prob and popped before James Carter. Centuries ago, he ran the court. Now, he scrubbed the underworld's nastiest jobs. Other Carter heads were just as low. They dodged chaos not cause they were saints, but cause I fixed their sins. Dead, they faced the Yama's books. My visit shook their grim underworld routine. James stared, scared. "Fox Fairy Second Lady, you escaped?" I smirked. "Your kin had guts, or I'd have ditched the Carters long ago." Later heads felt pride and pain. Pride for holding the line. Pain that it fell apart. James roared, "Which brat broke the rules?" Others cursed, raging. I grinned coldly. "Pissed, huh? Let's see how that kid wrecked the Carters." I waved, and we zoomed back to the Carter mansion as smoke. Ethan knelt, stubborn, taking Daniel's wrath. "In 2 months, Mason Enterprises crushed Carter Enterprises. Land gone, deals poof. Old secrets blasted online. Our market value's down 10 billion. We're a shell. Ethan, what'd you do? Thought you were a hotshot with Willow. Where's she now? What'd you do about this? Nothing, you let it blow up, you crazy. Daniel grabbed an ashtray, smashing Ethan's head. Blood poured. Ethan glared. Dad, you never hit me. Why now? I investigated the land and deals. It's the Masons. I paid to kill the leaks, but they stick. Willow's pregnant? Don't drag her into this. Hit me, not her. I forgot. One underworld day is 2 mortal months. 2 months passed. Ethan's words lit Daniel's fuse. He slapped him twice more. I sinned, birthing you. A guard whispered to Daniel. He paled, then roared. Know where your girl went? She's with the Masons, hanging on Michael Mason, crashing at his place. Ethan, you're a fool. Claire was our guardian fairy, and you dumped her, then brought the enemy's chick home. Get it? This mess is 'cause we lost our fairy. You're hopeless. I failed our ancestors with you. I glanced at the ancestors. Their faces were darker than the Yamas. If not for the afterlife barrier, they'd have pummeled Ethan. Ethan stood, shouting, Dad, you're lying. Willow's not like that, and I don't buy this fairy stuff. I trust me. James clenched his fists, snarling, Fox Fairy second lady, let me kill him. I'll do anything. I laughed. Even if his soul fades and the Carters burn? He froze. They all did, then nodded. If it's gone, it's gone. But we want to beat him, I grinned. I got you. I cast a spell and we appeared before Daniel and Ethan. Daniel, you disrespected your ancestors. Want a chance to say sorry? I brought them. James and the others wore old prison rags. I was back as Fox Fairy second lady, sleek, regal, drop-dead gorgeous. Our weird getup stunned Daniel and Ethan. Ethan blinked. Claire? Why bring randos to our house? Ghosts or what? How'd you sneak in? As he rambled, Daniel knelt to a head behind me, bawling. Dad, you're back. I'm sorry. I failed your grandson. A slap cut him off. You failed us all. We got a guardian fairy, and you let her go. Blind. Apologize to them. He pointed to the others. Daniel scrambled, bowing to each. Unworthy Daniel begs the Carter ancestors' forgiveness. Ethan stood, lost. Dad, what? Our ancestors are here? That's wild. Slaps rained on his face. It swelled, ugly. James and the heads hit hard. Ethan, huh? I fought for that guardian fairy, and this is your thanks. Everyone else stayed loyal. Why'd you mess up? You think we thrived for centuries on brains? Without magic, you're a twig. Snap. You with your big degree think you're king? I'll beat you dead. James pounded Ethan. Daniel watched, weeping. Ethan, bloody and torn, begged. I'm sorry. Please. I didn't know. No one said she was a fairy. I swear, never again. No dice. Fists kept coming. He crawled to me, grabbing my dress. Wife, please. Say something. Let's remarry. Start over? I kicked him, grossed out. Scram. Don't call me wife. You're dirt. Think I'd take you back? James sneered. Know who she is? Fox Fairy leader, a goddess people beg for. I bound her with magic rope or the Carters wouldn't exist. You'd be dust. When you cheated, she was free. You're trash. Ethan's eyes lit up as memories hit. My kindness, my saves. Every close call I fixed. His face drained. It was you always there. The best thing was mine. I didn't see it. James lunged, but I stopped him. I swore to keep peace. This beating's the max. No killing. James blinked. Our souls scatter for one fight? I nodded. Yup, one fight. His karma's not yours. Watch the Carters crash. They gaped, scared. What are you doing? Payback, I said. I waved, and we hovered. Daniel got a call, panic on the line. Boss, it's over. 2-year-old site accident, 100 dead, exposed by Masons. Can't kill the story and cops are coming. Ethan muttered, my wife fixed it? Why now? Was she our fairy? I divorced her. Police took them. Ethan was sentenced to death. Daniel died. Carter Enterprises fell to Masons. Ethan sobbed, broken. Willow visited. I'm Mason's fairy. The kid's Michael's, not yours. Ethan shut down. I turned to James. See the end? You should be gone, but I'll send you back. Vanishing is easy, but reliving this forever? That's hell. That's your fate. They begged for death. I sent them to the underworld, trapped in agony. I slipped home, made excuses, and rejoined my Fox crew. Oh, and I dropped Willow with her serpent boss. The Masons fell. The Phils rose, upright, no fairy, leading with heart.